Right. We're going to start today's. This is the poster one. So if you've got your big stack of paper ready, if you've got paper ready or canvas will work, cardboard, anything you like. We're going to start with the word joy. And I'm going to do it portrait, but you can do it landscape or portrait. Posters are normally portrait, I think. That's how I'd associate it. So I'm going to quickly, any way you like, in any medium, I'm going to have a big joy written down like this. Just going to get that down on my paper. And usually, I think letterpress people would say that you'd make joy sort of joyful. So it's like big and happy and, you know, everything that joy is. And so I thought we could start by, let's just loosen up around the word joy. Let's do our warm up. So I want you to do some wiggles. Just take your brush or your pen for a walk. Get some nice wiggles all over the page. Go around the edges if you want. Do some zigzags. Oh, slightly off the page. Hang on. The camera. Zigzags. Oh, someone's asked. Oh, I think my paper is pinned. I think he's pinned it now. And then you can do dots in your. Oh, hello. Now it's just me. I think tech's just sorting it out. You can do spots in your wiggles. And then do a huge flower or balloon. Just a nice big flower. Colour it in with something you've got to hand. Use blue. You know, I might actually make it a patchwork flower. This is just a really quick poster. We're just sort of warming up, getting different colours on, different mediums. You can make so many different marks, just add in some stripes as well. Carry on making my patchwork flower. Might, because I've got the green out, might do some stems, sort of long green chunky bits. I might colour in just the space, patchworky. Patchworky is the classic term. So I might start let's get some colours going. Like here, use the colours that remind you of joy. I've gone for lots of warm colours. Get a bit more of a blue going as well. Like colder colours can make your warmer colours warmer. Just get them down in any way you can. Any marks. Just fill the page. Joy is abundant. And I'm just colouring, painting around it, sketching in stripes. Now we need to make the word itself. Let's just go around the word itself. So you can do anything you like here, because these sorts of posters are so sort of personal to you. You can go around the word however you like. You might choose to make it stand out. If you did it in wet media, you might use dry media to make it stand out. So let me get a bit of dry media. What colour shall I use? I think I'll use turquoisey green. So you can really play around here. So just get that line there. Make it stand out. Don't worry about what bit of the letter the shadowing should go on or anything like that right now. You're just having fun. As long as it's readable, that is the main thing. So I suppose that's what posters are all about. So, and then I've done that lovely, nice green bit round there. So I'm probably going to do some, going to bring some leaves and flowers down here. Start adding them in all over the page. Leaves and flowers. If you've done hearts or if you've done spots, you can go mad with spots. Just use your pen, let your wrist rotate, let your flowers grow up the page. We'll all be doing really different things. But I always think it's really nice if you remember, if you think about doing these posters for someone, that always gives you the sort of enthusiasm to do them, if you like. I'm going to go for a bit more pink, I think. Or let's get a bit of pink down here. I've gone for the very bright pink. Get that in there. Block colours say happiness to me. Some people like for joy, like calmer tones, I suppose. Birds singing, all of those sorts of things, like adding a bird, adding the colours you love. It's just about getting it down. It's basically describing a word. Just filling the space. I don't like leaving a lot of white space, but it is up to you. I think to give it that high impact that I sort of work towards, I don't use too much. What colour shall I go around with that? Maybe a bit of yellow in the middle. And, you know, take some risks. I've just put yellow next to green, and I always find that a bit risky, to be honest. Take some risks. We're going to do many posters, so you can afford to make some funny ones. And joy probably is full of mistakes, isn't it? Joy is that sort of just going for it. And then if you can start working in over your pattern slightly. Adding it down there. And might end up with a few dots up here too. Whee! That's how it feels, joy. And then like maybe some of those like flying marks of, I don't know what they're called, but that sort of expression of whoosh, whoosh. Okay, so we've started strong. We've started just jotting down, and that's how all you need to do is grabbing a word and really going with it. So, and you can go in a bit, go in over your work on top of it, draw more flowers, draw notes. You can write love, you can write friendship, you know, all the things that you like. You see, you can just carry on and on and on and on. Now I want to draw stars. Okay, must stop. So you can really go for it with joy. That's why we started. Joy. Okay, now I would like you to think. Oh wait. So it's hard, right? It can be hard. Some people find it hard writing words to put on a poster because like there's so many things you want to say. Where do you start? So I've thought of some questions I'm going to ask you that are going to bring up some words. So you can either copy what I'm doing or you can come up with your own thing. So I've got, is it like probing, what is it? Whatever. Like I'm going to poke your brain, whatever that's called. Ask you questions, poke your brain. What would you say to a sad hedgehog? Okay, so first thing that comes to your mind, what would you say that if you saw a sad hedgehog, what would you say? No, I haven't thought about it. What would I say? I'd say, hello, you. It'll all be okay. That's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Hello, you. It will all be okay. So then so don't overthink it. Just get it down. Gonna get my words down. So I'm just gonna write it big. I mean, and you could just do hello, you. Those starting points. Might change my colour for it'll all be okay. Maybe it will. Or maybe turn out really good. Turn out, what would I say to? It will be better than you think. So there's no need to plan your page as I'm demonstrating. So you can then you can change or your, it's getting some red out actually. You can just change the size of the font when you run out of space, basically. We want to catch the energy of it. Okay, and now because it was a hedgehog, I'm probably going to end up with some like butterflies around my page as well. I'm going to start going in with, going to make a bit of a thing about my lettering. I'm going to bring in a darker tone around my lettering. Like that. Just so it stands out. Really play, see what works. Try and find something new that you haven't experimented with before. This is the place for experimentation. It will be. Maybe I'll have a comma there as well. Okay, so now I think I really want like hello to stand out really brightly. So I might have some butterflies and things like that, but I'm probably going to start with a block color around hello. So you can do absolutely anything you want. I'm just going to give you ideas. So I'm just going to block in this for the hedgehog. From my brief giving history of giving word art things, people love putting up posters in their homes that say nice things. They really do. It's very like a very nice thing to gift, very personal. Get a frame from wherever, decorate the frame. So I've got hello in bright colours. And then we'll probably come back over that in a minute. And Then, ooh, maybe I'll do a butterfly here. So whatever you've picked, don't overthink it, don't worry about it, just sort of go with your gut. So if you want to sort of draw butterflies, draw butterflies. If you want to draw cups of tea, if you want to draw houses, little cottages of warmth, home, things like that. Tea towels, patterns, anything works. We're going to do some drawing of some objects in a minute for our posters as well. But we're just showing how you can find words when you're not sure. Or maybe else, or maybe I'll get a bit of a, maybe put a box around Van. Get the green going a bit maybe again. Being very green experimental tonight. Just blocking round. I think you can give a lot of kindness with colour. And with words, it can be really strong. I always seem to reach for words when it's like a very sort of emotive, direct subject, I think. Just colouring around the words there. What colour should I go for next? Ooh. Maybe like an ochre. Oh, that's quite a strange colour. Brown. I don't think that's going to cheer up the hedgehog. Trying to give him a bit of a sunny outlook. I'm gonna go yellow again accidentally. Maybe I'll just go yellow around that word. Maybe a bit of like a strange green around you. Then I've put myself in a colour problem. If you were here last week, I was making patchwork of colour problems and we're back in one of those. Oh, which is no bad thing. After the sketchbook workshop, I was doing loads of patchwork and all sorts. Be interested to know if anyone else was inspired after that workshop. It's really cool. Oh, maybe I'll go for like a dark blue on this one. Again, don't worry, you know, not everything poster that you do is going to be to your liking. The best you can do is enjoy doing it. And then that'll lead to the best outcomes. Maybe I'll use a bit of that blue that I did on that square. Gonna do a bit of like a wiggle up here. So don't be afraid when you've got a colour in your hand. Always go a bit mad. Take it around the page. I've got like this great orangey red here that I might try. I was gonna do like a materials thing. I think I always say that actually, but I never do it. Oh, but I really was gonna do a materials thing. Put a bit of white with this. I was also thinking about doing another because we're doing our last one of these on Thursday. and I'm gonna miss it. So I was thinking about doing another one. Let me know if anyone's up for doing another set of these workshops. But while it's cold, we could carry on into February and carry on getting quite a lot of work done. I think it's the accountability of like working alongside others. It's really useful. So I've got an orange there. Oh, maybe I'll start bringing some dots in over there. Looks a bit random. Get a bit of pink, mixing my pink and my white, make it really, really pale so it doesn't compete with the font. Yeah, oh, maybe I could bring in a bit up that here as well. If you've got a bit down there, you can always bring a bit up or round the border. Oh yeah, someone wants to come up. Suzanne. Okay, me and you, Suzanne. Let's do it. If anyone else wants to join me and Suzanne, Mum will probably come. I'll get Jack and Catherine on sort of finding a releasing it all in. I'll write the next section of workshops. Maybe like a little bit of red. It's really just letting yourself be really mindful, I suppose. Enjoying it. So I've basically gone red round red here. And what I'm going to do is, as I make these mistakes, I can show you how I correct them all the time. Because I am queen of making mistakes. So now you can't really read think. All you need to do is get a nice sort of darker colour and bring it out. Or maybe I'll use a green, it's quite good. So I'm just sort of tracing it there. There we go. And you can just play around, bring out your wiggles, you know, move your wrist, like I've taught you with these sessions. Dots down the side, stripes. Little intense patches of colour. I'll put like an orange down here that I've missed out. Maybe I'll bring an orange through there. You can do those sort of big archy rainbows, but not actually, you don't actually have to do the colour of the rainbow. It's filling all these bits in. I feel like it's sort of, you know how much you want to tell someone it's all okay, and you can like really layer it into the picture. So you can draw faces on your butterflies, or you might have done a ladybird, or you might have done something completely different. I am actually so excited to see what people have done. I'm a big fan of words, though. We've had our moment, me and words. I'm not gonna lie. The words have. Oh, I'm just gonna go and dry media around this word here. I'm very dyslexic, so spelling's not my forte. And my words at school were very much given bad marks. It's taken me a while to sort of come back around to using them and enjoying them. And I think that's the same for people with art, from what I hear. If you have a bad experience at school, you don't feel very positive about it, which is rubbish. Gonna take that blue, gonna zip it across there. Or maybe I'll add it to that curvy bit there. Bring it down the wiggles. You could add in a star. Add in loads of different sort of shapes. Crescent moon, circle, anything you like. And some people do journaling. I have done journaling before, but I haven't at the moment. I would like to be more disciplined and do it. But this sort of thing's great for journaling because you can in the evenings do your own thing. A little bit of red, and then we'll finish this one. Ooh. Where was I going to put the red? Or I was going to do some red dots there in my squiggles. Maybe up here as well. And don't be afraid to gift them. Please do gift them to people. Don't be shy because it's your work. Just people are always so happy when they get given work. So happy. Right, so then again, you can go in afterwards and start shading in and drawing more, and the hedgehogs could go on it, or you can have dogs or cats or whatever you like. So that's one. That's another. Next one. Are we ready? I'm nervous of what I've written in the plan. I'm nervous of my own planning, which is never good. Says a lot about me. I'm always trying to like push myself way outside my comfort zone. Also, I bought a trike recently talking about pushing myself outside my comfort zone. That's been mad. What would a star, this is another one of these, what would a star in the sky say to another star next to it? Have you got something? What would a star say to another star? It's very cryptic, isn't it? Something like, it's high up here, or you're shiny, or keep shining, or it's nice to be here with you. It's nice to be here with you. I think Jack's written, it's all right for them planets. You're so bright. Oh, that's good, Sandy. Like that a lot. Yeah. You see? So, twinkle, twinkle. Go for it. What am I gonna have? You and then I think I'll have like loads of different coloured stars and things. What would a star say to a star? It's nice. I like shining with you. I like sitting with you. I like drifting with you. You're doing good at shining. That's bad grammar. Don't copy that. Well, you can if you like. You are so bright. Let's do that. Is that what Sandy said? Are we stealing what Sandy said? You are so... I don't want to be like bright as in clever. I'm like bright as in you bring me so much warmth. I think I like shine the light inside you. Oh, this is so nice. What should I go with? I'm going to click on this chat. Have you all done the homework for me? Oh, I can't. It's too complicated. Chat. Right, I'm going to start with a star. Okay. And then I'm going to start putting the words inside it when I've decided, let's shine together. That's lovely. We're in this together. Head towards the light. Ah, wow. I think we're in this together. You can do anything you like. I could think about words all day. In fact, I pretty much do. Until my 2-year-old tells me that we're not thinking about words, so we're thinking about something else. Okay, so I'm just going to start by getting in some nice pink, just getting down some good colour. We're in this together, so think about what you've sort of, your message-ish. Get those positive colours down. It'd be high impact. It'd be like cups of tea. I did one once, and I've used the saying a few times, and it's never forget how wonderful you are. And a lot of people have, and I've done so many words over the years, but a lot of people took comfort from that one. So you never know, you absolutely never know when you're going to hit on something that people relate to, or it helps people, or that's really cool. Just actually going to really use my brush marks here. Like you can really see the energy in the brush marks, which I like. Might add a bit of white. Get those colours in there. Wash them down. You can do stars holding hands, stars pirouetting. You can do the moon. You can do it on a dark, have a dark backdrop. Anything you like. Can't go wrong. I love the idea of having these absolutely huge. I had this lady and man actually who come to my studio to photograph, like they scan up my work. They have this huge sort of scanning kit, and they scan my work so it can be used in catalogs and things like that. But also if you scan in work like this, it can be blown up to a huge size. So if anyone wants to do that, I'm sure there'll be someone. I know there's lots of places in London. There's like one place here in Devon, in South Devon. But making huge posters has always been something I would love to do. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for like a lighter yellow in the middle. My paint, honestly. Good job there isn't paint police, because I would be very quickly arrested. Get this yellow in. You can do that thing where you do it in line. So go round all yellow and then go round in a darker colour, that sort of rainbow different colours in on the words. Let me show you. You do that and then you can get another colour like this. Oh, am I going to do that? And then you can just keep going around the words. Bit of red maybe next. All my pens are everywhere because I went to oh, that's orange. Went to Urban Sketches at the weekend. Which is a great thing to do, by the way. I think they do them all over the world. So wherever you are, I think you can do Urban Sketches. You meet in cafes and then go out and draw. It's so much fun. So now I think I'm going to do like a nice white, but with a slight yellow tone to it, wash around these words. But again, do anything you like, bring in interest. draw things. We can draw things around the outside. And also, make sure if you don't give them to other people, put them up in your house. You should never be afraid of putting up your own art. Teaches you so much about your own art, putting it on the walls. Might have like a, might bring out a star over here. Add a bit in here. Might do some sort of like, use the paint off my brush a bit and sort of put it on its side, mess around with it a bit, drag it all over the page, that sort of thing. Get a bit of dry media, if I can find any good colours. See some sort of patterns. I think there's huge comfort in seeing another human's sort of mark making. And I think that's why when you gift it and you've got all these sort of marks all over it and someone's thought of you, it means an awful lot. Might bring the blue out again. Bit of a wiggle. Do that like funfetti, isn't it? Called like coloured spots around everywhere. Turquoise. Bring a nice bit of that in. Maybe another star. You can do hearts. You can do birds. Oh, maybe should I do a bird? If we're in this together, but it's 2 stars, so I can do 2 stars. Don't tell anyone. 1 bird, 2 birds. Doesn't matter if you don't know what birds look like to draw. I think that always makes them better. I'm sort of sad in a way that my hands know what birds look like, because I always used to get like such mad things coming from them. So it's good to try and find other things. So really you can go in with the illustration on top of your posters. Layering is good. Get those colours over it. I had to do, well, no, I didn't have to. I did an interview for a magazine, a UK magazine yesterday, and they asked me all sorts of interesting questions actually that made me think, which is nice. And they're saying, why do I love painting so much? And it's because you get to notice the little stuff and like really enjoy it. So like you get to watch the birds in the tree and look, and it makes life so happy getting to look and observe all the joy and note it down. So that was good to be reminded about that. I liked that a lot. And then I'm just going to do some big loose brush marks over it. I'm holding my brush right at the top, sort of carefree, just bringing my brush strokes round like that. I think loose marks are quite sort of full of happiness. You can do dripping on your page, flick it. Might do a tiny bit of shadow on my words to bring them out a bit. And don't forget to sign it at the bottom as well, wherever you'd like to sign it. You can write a friend's name on it, or just, oh, look. Oh, started adding in more colours now. This is what happens. My hands just get carried away. Anyone else? Right. I'm sure that wouldn't stand up in court as a thief, would it, if I said that? So we're in this together. Okay, next one. What have I written next? Okay. So I want to do feel good flowers. And I want to show you the way I do these. So you can do anything you like. So I think you can just write feel good flowers, or if you're clever, you can write it in like French or Spanish or something clever. No, that would make it look beautiful. But the fact that of like giving flowers and buying yourself flowers and all around that sort of topic, a really easy way to do it is to just get down some basic flower shapes. I got some tulips here. So we can actually, Jack, can you spotlight the tulips for me? Hello, tech support. There he is. Here we are. Okay, so we can paint the tulips and we can then put in the words feel good flowers or feel good flowers for you or something around that topic. So let's just get the basic shapes of those tulips down. You can play with the scale, as big and small as you like. You can use different shades of red, different shades of pink. No one is going to say, hang on a minute, they didn't look like that. This is up to you. Just going to add in some pink. They're just so juicy, aren't they? They're just so shiny. Absolutely incredible. And I love this sort of crown nature of them. Get that down like that. Get a bit of white on there. So you can get in that, like, if you put a light color on top of your shapes, that can bring out the sort of shininess of them. And then you can get a little bit of dark if you're not sure about this sort of thing. You can see my brush bringing out a little bit of dark just over the top, underneath, those sorts of things. And then I'm just going to really loosely hold my brush near the top, and I'm just going to drag it away from me. Move my page like this. I'm going to drag it away from me and draw the Kilner jar really loosely. So I'm trying to show you at the same time, like that. I love that it doesn't, it's just the shape of it. We don't want perfection. Perfection being, you can't actually get perfection anyway. We don't want it to look exactly like it. We're after the feelings more. So just keep your brush really loose. Like that. And that's a lot of how I do that. And then I'm just going to go and get my mad greens in. Absolutely love green. If there's anyone here from Holland, I'm very jealous, incredibly jealous, because you have the best flower fields in the world. I think, from what I know. We were actually going to go and find a Pokemon card in Holland before Christmas, but they ran out of the Pokemon cards. So we rescheduled our flights because Jack loves Pokemon. It's not for me. So we've rescheduled our flights for when all the flowers come out. So very, very exciting. Okay, so now you can just get that, I don't know, chuck a bit of water. I can see a water line there. Chuck a bit of water on. whatevs, isn't it? And then you can write your words around it. You can write them in the cap of the jar. You can write them down the bottom. You can write them down the side. I'm not skilled enough to write things down the side. I think I'd start missing out letters. I'm gonna say flowers for you. And I'm just gonna write it quite, again, I'm just really messing with my pen and rolling it while I'm writing. Flowers for you. Flowers for you. And then, or might get a bit more turquoise in there. If I can, I'll always get a bit more turquoise in there. Is there a colour that you always try and get in? And then, maybe, oh, I think now, quickly, I'm just going to get a bit more pink and white. Get a nice sort of like pink. And I'm just going to, with a bit of water, I'm going to wash round it as well. Just going to use one colour, get that sort of border in. Make the flowers stand out a bit. There's a really cool, on Pinterest, if you go on Pinterest, you can learn how to do folk art flowers. I was actually going to do that if we do more of these. I was going to do folk art flowers. I love the idea. You can sort of copy how they layer folk art flowers. I mean, if I learn how to do folk art flowers, that'll be the end of our house. It'll just be completely covered in flowers, the outside, the inside, the garden gate. Does anyone else, when they learn something, just then go mad with it for ages? Once, well, when I was learning Spanish, when I say learning, I never learned Spanish, but when I was trying to learn Spanish at school, I put Spanish stickers all over the house, labeled everything in Spanish. That was mad. So yeah, just colouring in around it. Get that pink down, or whatever colour you like. Art can definitely teach you to be more confident with what you say and give you a voice when you just, I suppose, you just feel like you're in the mundane every day. And don't ever be afraid of writing about the mundane every day. Don't be afraid of writing about the washing or the shopping or anything like that, because that's actually really interesting to other people and really relatable, because everyone's going through really similar things. Well, I might just loosely drag a bit of colour around the lid there. And then I could, get a bit of red. How many hours can we do this class for? I think this is one of my favourites so far. Oh no, we've only got 10 minutes left. I'm just going to drag a bit of red down the side. Just like that. Bring it up a bit. Oh, now I've added green. Now I've wiped it off. There we go. Now it looks like a paper cut. Where's my oh, what should I get? Soak it up. Soak it up and style it out. There we go. No one will ever know. And now it's just shading. And then you can sign it, of course. And I've started to write the year on my work, which is big progress for me. And it is really interesting to look back at your work. So from me to you. Right, start writing the year. Not even that you'll see progression, because it's not about progression, it's just nice to see. Or I'm just bringing in my dry media around my pot, following the lines a bit. There we go. Flowers for you. Next one. Okay. So we've obviously run out. I've got a lot of ideas, so we might have to do another one of these if anyone's up for it. This one is sit with me and have, so like, say you've got a famous lasagna that you make, or sit with me and have some cake, and then I want you to draw that beautiful thing. Pardon me, I think I'm going to have sit with me and have some tea, because I love tea and I find it so comforting and it's an amazing ritual and there's so much in it. So sit with me, and then it's up to you, and have some toast. Sit with me and have some trifle. Mum, you should do trifle. Mum's trifle's so good. Sit with me and have some ice cream. Whatever you love, do it. And don't overthink it, you know, because there'll be loads of stuff that you like. So I'm going really pink today. Sit. Sit. I also love that idea of like that, using words to sort of invite people into the piece. I think that's lovely. Like, sit with me. Sit with me. You might like coffee. Who knows? Jack would probably have like sit with me and have a Chinese takeaway. Or a bao bun or something. Sit with me and have some. Then you can eat, you can make a thing out of your last word. Like I could put it in a teapot or anything. Sit with me and have some tea. Oh, how should I start this one? Might start with a more, might start with the drawings, I think. So let me get my dry media. And I'm just going to start sketching in some mugs. And had all my objects ready. I have so much more to do. I've completely run out of time this time. Got my mugs. Just do things from memory, that's fine. Things are great from memory. They go all sort of hazy and wobbly and wonderful. Not all the time, sometimes. And maybe you could have a chair. Take it quite literally. A few chairs. Like that. I very much think food's like art anyway. It's all about sharing and nourishing and loveliness. This chair though, what is going on? Need to give it a fourth leg. I'll have to rescue that in a minute. Maybe I'll just put another chair down there. Put everyone's attention there. And don't forget, you can decorate your plates. I always decorate things with like wallpaper from places that I can never afford. And like things when I look through magazines, I'm like, well, I'll give it to the rabbits. They can have that wallpaper because I can paint it for them. Think I'm going to go in red on pink on red again, you know. I'm just obsessed with pink and red. Some people have it really bad for pink and red, and I am one of them. Love a clash. I love like lime green and turquoise as well. Sorts of like beautiful clashes. Yellow's always such a hard one to work with. And when you paint in round your letters, if you choose to paint in round your letters, you can edit them slightly. You can make them thinner, fatter. You can turn them into animals, all sorts of things. Now, I think I'm going to have a solid yellow. Ooh, there's a lot of yellow I just found. Just going to go in with a bit of yellow around all of this. Just that sort of warm cheerfulness of tea and sort of warmth from the kettle. Oh, I could draw a kettle, couldn't I? Maybe I'll draw that on top of the yellow. And because it's wet, like I'm doing now, pick up other colours as I go, just blend them in. I'm not into sort of flat colours. It's good within your colours to have other colours going on. And vary your brush as well, so you get different sort of strokes and marks within your painting. And people call it very painterly. If anyone's interested in more of my process, I just released on YouTube tonight a bit about me working in my studio on Dartmoor. So you get to sort of see inside my studio and how I work and things like that. It's just a mini film. But if you're interested, I'm always very nosy about artist studios.
It was so good, Emily. I'm just gonna pipe in to say it was so good. So well done. It looks cute as a button.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, Jack needs to put it up in the chat if anyone wants to have a look at it. It's you just get to see a bit of like behind the scenes and how we work every day. Just get that nice.
I agree with Sandy. It was such a joy to look at your movie.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Thanks. I'm loving hearing these voices. I'm like, where's this voice coming from? Thank you so much. That's lovely. Oh, it's so nice to get feedback because you sort of, it's quite remote where we are. And you sort of paint away and then you release something like that and you think, how do people, do people understand what I'm doing and things like that? So it's lovely when you get feedback. It's really nice. Thank you. Right, so I've got a nice big yellow. Sit with me and have some tea. I probably will go 2 minutes or so over, so feel free to stay with me. I'm just gonna have this teapot in there, draw it over, kettle. Like kettle has a thing on it like that, doesn't it? And a plug. Might do another plug. Oh, maybe start decorating the mugs a bit. I bet there's going to be some great like dishes and things that you've all come up with. Share, even if you don't want to share it on Instagram or anything, you can always message it just to me and I'll very much enjoy it. But with that, I do think it's very important to like practice share it on Instagram. It is such a lovely community. Just bring in sort of the pattern of the mugs around the edge there. What else is tea? You could have like a bit of a checked tablecloth. Start bringing in colours around your writing as well. Just try things. Oh, snapped it. Adding some more colour around it. Bit more colour up here. I love handwriting and letters and things like that. Don't know if anyone else feels the same. It's so nice just seeing the written hand because we see text all the time. I get great comfort from seeing people's handwriting. And I love guessing, you know, when you see through Christmas cards and things, that's the time you actually get to see people's handwriting. And when we were little, we used to guess family and friends' handwriting. We'd be like, oh, it's off Auntie Ali, because I know that handwriting and things like that. Does anyone else do that? They know the handwriting. So amazing. Right, so gonna add a few more blocks in, finishing off. But my biggest one when you're finishing these off, just play. And people will read that in it. They'll read the play. And it'll come across. Even if you've spelt it all wrong. That's me regularly. Right.
I'm gonna say that, Emily, people don't know my handwriting, but they can just tell it because I didn't spell anything right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of artists have this struggle. So you're not alone. Definitely me and Sandy. So you can just keep patchworking, keep enjoying it. Add rainbows. Just enjoy it. Grab some flowers, draw some flowers. If you want me to do any more of these, let me know. We've got one more on Thursday, and then that's it. So if you want me to do another sort of like 5 in February while it's cold here, that's what I was thinking about doing. Otherwise it was me, Suzanne, and Mum probably doing it. Maybe Tara. Yeah, but let me know, and I hope you all had a lovely time, and thanks for joining me. It's been so good, and see you Thursday. Bye. Night. Bye.